Hi, I'm John Rufano from VAST, and this is Ultimate S-Lite Training. In this section, we're going to take a look at the Settings tab. The Settings tab has a collection of tools that help you set up your project quickly and easily. Let's take a look at what it can do. Setup is used before you start your project to get you up and running quickly. I'm going to dock it for a second just so I can show you what's going on the timeline here. The first section is the Quick Track Setup. So those of you who may have come through Movie Studio or are used to other packages that already have tracks in the timeline, I'm going to hit F11 and show you just the tracks. You may come into Vegas and look at it and say, well, there's nothing there. How do I get started? So this allows you to quickly set up a number of video and audio tracks. I'm just going to click Apply, and there you go. I've got video 1, 2, and 3, audio 1, 2, and 3 all set up on the timeline, ready to add media to it. And some people like to have tracks down before they start dropping media. That was for the simple tracks. Let's clear the project again, and we'll go to the Advanced Track Setup. Advanced Track Setup allows you to have really elaborate setups. We have dual cam, surround sound, A/B roll editing, lots and lots of different setups. And that includes buses as well as tracks. So I'm just going to use this dual cam setup here, and then I'm going to click Apply. And what you'll see is, I've got a master track here. I got camera 1 audio, camera 2 audio, my master audio and my master track all set up. If I go look at my mixer, we'll notice that there's been a bus added. So there's a camera bus where I can route all my camera audio to, and that's exactly what I asked it to do, right? Have a master bus and a camera bus. You'll notice I can also add effects. So once again, let's clear the project, and we'll go to here's a 6-track audio where I've got a title, a video, an overlay, and a title track. And I've got an audio track, a music, and a sound effects track. And I've decided to add an effects on the overlay track. I'm going to double click on this. We'll see what it is. So it's adding a luminance mask on the audio, the mask generator. And then I've added an effect on the music track. We've got a reverb on the music track. And on the master track, we've got Wavehammer. When I click Apply, you can see here's my music track. My bus has the reverb already on the music track. And if I go look at my track setup, I've got my title, overlay, and video. And my overlay has the mask generator already placed on it. So this is a nice way of saving your track setups. And you can do this manually. You can add a new track, give it a name, tell it whether it's a video and audio track, and then add any effects. And we've got all the effects that are in your palette here, right, can be added so that effects automatically get added to the tracks. And there a new track was added. Oop, I didn't give it a name. Let's go edit it. You can copy and paste, remove tracks that you don't want. And the nice thing about it is you can import. So what we can do is we can take a project all set up the way we want, with all the effects that we want on the buses and whatnot. And then I can just say import. So I'm going to say new here. And we're gonna change this reverb out. I'm going to take this off, go back to the mixer. I'm going to go place a little effects chorus on here. And I'll say import, and you'll notice it's imported all the tracks that were in my project, and now the new Express chorus effect is on there. So you can set up your project exactly the way you want it to be laid out before you begin working. Click import, give it a name, click save, and it will go save it. And then anytime you want that, that'll show up in your list. You can go through any one of these and then call that back at any time. So this is a nice way of setting up your tracks for, sometimes you want to do audio recording and you want to have your track set up a certain way. It's a great way to do it. Finally, the last section here is to set up media bins. If you will look over here at my project media and see that there are no bins. And it's tedious to be setting up bins each time. So we have a way of building a bin structure. And then when you say apply, and you can save these any number of these. I've got just a standard project here. And when I say apply, if I go back over to my project media, I'll see all those bins have been created. So now I've got all bins set up, ready to go before I start my project. Now, what's nice about this, in addition to doing it manually, you can import the bins from a project. So once again, if you have a project all set up, in this case, we've got one already in here, but if you've got you set your project up, you create all your bins the way you like them, and then you say import. So let's go change these a little bit. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to create a new bin, and I'm going to call this background, and then create a new bin and call this solos. Right, so I've modified it a bit. I go back in here and I say import, and there you go. These have been re-imported. Backgrounds and solos show up under music, and the name of the root media bin is always used, and so I can say this is a new project setup. I click save, and now that gets saved. And so I've got my standard project setup and my new project setup that I could use at any time. Now, the final thing is create file system folders. What create file system folders will do is it will automatically create a folder structure on your file system that matches your media bins. So let me save this. Let me save this project. I've got this in a temp folder. And I'm just going to create a new folder here. Call this media bin demo. I'm going to go in here. Oops. And now I'm going to say keep the create file system folders on. And now when I click apply, it's asking me where do I want to create these, and so I want to go off into my temp folder, into my media bin demo, and now let's go back on the file system here, and we'll go to E, temp, media bin demos right up here, and you'll see it is created. Show it here. It has created all those folders on my file system. Here's my music, here's my background, right? All set up so that all I have to do is drag and drop media into those, and I've got my file system and my media bins all set up when I start a project. Well, hopefully this has given you a pretty good idea of what Ultimate S Lite can do for you. Now it's time to add your creativity. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at ultimatesupport@vast.com. And if you don't have Ultimate S Lite yet, you can download it from our website. Until next time, thanks for watching.